Hello, everybody. This is Alia, the love coach. We are meeting for another love circle, and today we are talking about self-image for success. Now, self-image is pretty much everything when we talk about human development, self-development, going towards success, coming out of those stuck places. Self-image is one of the most important things. If you can just master this part of who you are in this body, you can create anything in your life. So that is what we're going to talk about. Now, what is self-image? Self-image is the way you see yourself. It's not how others see you, it's how you see yourself. And most of us, we are so busy in our life, in our day-to-day life, that we don't even pause and have that conversation with ourselves. How am I seeing myself? We just expect that, oh, I'm going to show up for myself. I'm going to do this. We have one task after the other. So we are just moving through life one task at a time, not pausing, not realizing where I'm going, how I want to go there, who I want to be. So all those questions get answered when we pause and we reflect how I see myself. So that is what we will be talking about today, how you see yourself. Now, the biggest part in that is you might see yourself as a lazy person, as a successful person, as a um, failure, as a procrastinator, as a person who doesn't care or who cares a lot, a person who takes everybody's responsibility. However, whatever characteristics that you attach with yourself, that's who I am, that is how you see yourself. And a very easy way to tell how you see yourself is when you're about to go to sleep and you're just like, kind of running your whole day through your head, and then you start saying things to yourself. Oh, that's how I am. Oh, I don't talk back, or I don't stop when someone offends me. Oh, I just stay quiet. So that is where you can see that's how you see yourself. Now, the best way to uh, go through this process would be literally take a notepad and write down how you see yourself. When I did this exercise for the first time, I believe it was 2018, that's exactly how I did it. I came up with the list how I see myself. All the good things that I see in myself, all the not so good things I see in myself, how I see my teeth, how I see my face, how I see my tummy, my butt, how I see my career. I wrote all of it down. So that is what I'll suggest you to do. Once you have that list, I want you to pay attention to every single thing that you say, this is how I see myself, it has come from outside of you. It's all conditioning. Someone said to you, hey, you're a very kind person. And you started thinking, oh, I am a very kind person. Somebody said, you get jealous easily. So at some point you adopted it and you made that image about yourself. I get jealous easily. Maybe when you were little in school, your teacher said you're so smart. And as an adult, you think you're so smart, but somebody else said it to you. So the point that I want to come across here, the image that we have, it's the image that we've been taught. It's all conditioning. Your parents have said those things, society has said those things, whether it was direct message or indirect message. One of the things that in middle school, we get just talking to women here, in middle school, or maybe even before that, one thing that we do get shared with, it's more like a indirect message, the way we start dressing. So if you're dressing certain way, you're a good girl. If you're not dressing certain way, you're not a good girl. Nobody ever comes and tells us that, but it just implied the way somebody would look at you, or the way somebody will make a face at you. So all that you think you are, the image that you have, first of all, understanding that you have been given that. It's not the real you. So the self-image for success would be, who is the real you? How can you get to the real you? So you can tap into the success that you're born with. We all are born with success. Failure is just not being able to see that success. And when we can't see that success within us, we cannot touch it. We say, oh, I have failed. But the truth is, there's no such thing as failure. We are always succeeding. We just succeeded in adopting what we were given, and we made it as if it's me. So I succeeded in adopting that. When I let go of that, I will succeed in adopting my truth. So really start looking at wherever you are in your life, the failure is just not being able to see the truth that already exists within you. So now that you have your list in front of you, I want you to go through all of the characteristics and start marking who gave you what. And you know, the reason we do get conditioned like that, because in the world, we run a lot with our mind, and what our mind does, it categorizes, because that is how it can process so much information that's coming to it. So what our parents do, if you're coming from a big family, the parent categorize kids, oh, this is the smart one, and this is the lazy one, this is the rebellious one, and kids take on that image, and they become that rebellious adult. Parents don't realize, I'm a parent, sometimes I don't realize what I am doing if I'm not being aware of what I'm doing. But as an adult, it's our responsibility to be able to recognize that self-image and to be able to change it. So first thing that we did, you wrote down how you see yourself in every single area of your life. And the second thing is recognizing all of those areas were given to you. Because no child is born like, you know, they're coming out of the womb and they're like, oh, this is who I am. No child does that. All that training is given to us later on. And sometimes we get really hooked on to these personality tests and this test and that test. If you will take those tests at like a 5-year increment, you will have different skills that will show up. Your personality is changing. That is the more you're working on yourself to connect with your truth, or whether you're going away from your truth, giving the situation that you're in, giving the life circumstances or situations that you're going through, you are going to change as a person. So those personality tests, when we get stuck with, like, you know, all kind of alphabets and letters and whatnot, it only shows you who you are right now. And you can change that image. And if you master how to change your self-image, you master your physical life. You can become whoever you want by changing that image. We are reprogrammable. It is that easy. Once we know how to do it, we can do it over and over and over. So if you have taken some personality test and you're stuck, oh, this is who I am, this is just me, that is all information that can be changed. So that is another thing I want you to just entertain the idea. You get to change yourself into whoever you want. You are fluid. You can become one with that flow, and it is doable. It's easy. I'll be showing you how to do it in 3 easy steps. Another thing I want to mention over here, so then there's other things. For example, there's astrology, there's, like, you know, life path and this and that. I do dabble into all of that. Yes, you can learn what are your naturally inherent talents. And you can also learn what are not your naturally inherent talents and how you can build that skill and how you can use what you already have to do something meaningful in your life, that brings you joy. But that cannot define how you see yourself. That cannot define the image you have. Those are skills that you can learn, unlearn all the time. We are fluid. So let's look at how we can use that, how we can create an image that is for success. So first, let's understand what success is. Each and every single one of us is born successful. Then someone tells us, hey, you're not going to be successful because of the place you're born or the people you're born to or the opportunities that are available or not, or, there's just something wrong with your personality. Someone else told you that. If you don't buy into that, at that time, we don't have a choice because we are in a hypnotic state between age 0 to 7. That is when this programming is done. We cannot reject, so we accept all of that and we start living that as our reality in our adult life by taking on that image. But you can very easily change it. But first, you have to change your belief that I am born success. All the failures that are so-called failure in my mind, I was taught after I was born. Each and every one of us is born with unlimited power that is still within you. But if you want to access that power to create the level of success in your life that you desire, and in whatever area, it could be like, you want to feel successful in your health. You want to be healthy, mobile, flexible in your body, and you consider that success. You have the ability within you to do it no matter how many diagnoses you're carrying right now. If you want to use that power to create wealth, a lot of wealth, and that is success to you, you can do that by creating that image. If you are thinking to create that in your relationships, if you have had trouble in your relationship and from your failed relationships, you think that you're not successful, you can change that and create successful relationships. But first, we all have to recognize whoever I think I am, most of it came from the conditioning that other people thought I am, and I took it as my truth, but it's not. So the foundation is your born success. Now we have to connect with the image that is true with that success. For example, we have to create with the image that you were born with. That blank slate that we all were born with, we have to go that far. So first we have to recognize whatever is not mine, let it go one by one. Mom said, you're this, let it go. Dad said, you're this, let it go. Whatever siblings said, whatever society said, whatever your teachers said. So one of the things women carry a lot with them is whatever society is defining them to be. We can have certain careers, we can't have certain careers. You can have this, you can't have that. There's so many layers to how many labels we carry in terms of what we are capable of doing and what we are not. But the truth is, we all have the same ability, no matter you're in a man's body, no matter you're in a woman's body. But your image has to match. So let's go through just wanted to make sure I clear my throat. So this conversation is going to be about who you are if you're not who you think you are. If you're not a procrastinator, if you're not a lazy person, if you're not a failure, then who are you? It's really asking yourself who I am truly. And then from there, you can decide who you want to become. So who we truly are, we are divine beings in a human body, came here to learn something or grow and develop. And then when we leave that development with us. So everything that we have been taught It belongs to this dimension. It belongs to human. It's not your truth. Your truth is that you're an unlimited being. So if that becomes very hard to accept, I'm going to share a quote with you that I have shared in many previous um, love circles. The truth about you is so lofty that nothing unworthy of God is worthy of you. So any image, any characteristics that you're not going to attribute to God, don't attribute it to yourself because He created you. Choose then what you want in these terms and accept nothing you would not offer to God as wholly fitting for Him. So if you're not gonna sit there and gonna call God lazy, don't use that word for yourself. So this is just setting the stage. Hey, that start seeing yourself as worthy. Now, why we have such a hard time seeing yourself? Because we are so connected with our family, societies, and communities, because human are communal. We live in communities. We live in groups. We are not solo creature. We love to connect with other people. But where the problem becomes when that comfort and comfort becomes our own inner safety. So then we'll say, oh, this thing runs in my family. In my family, everybody's so caring. We are so kind. And we always put other people ahead of us. I hear lots of women say, my mom was just such a giving person. She always took care of everybody else, and she always made sure everybody else is fine. And that is what I want to do. That is what I want my kids to do. When I hear stuff like that, something within me is just cringing that this person is so stuck with the self-image that they were given that it's not even true. That is exactly how we fall into overgiving, being a people pleaser, neglecting ourselves, becoming a martyr, and not living our true purpose. Because when we are being all of that, we cannot live our true purpose. Then we're just volunteering. Then we are opening more organization and whatnot to help other people, never realizing, is it really my calling? So the safety that comes being attached to, oh, this is who others think I am, keeps us stuck in that. And we don't even go for who we really are, because it just feels so safe being the family loser, because everybody has told you you're the family loser. It feels so safe to just stay there that we make that as our truth. But it is not our truth. Our truth is completely different. And that is God created you to be complete. Complete, you can become whoever you want. Now, the 3-step process that I'm going to share with you. First, you have to put right on the top of the piece of paper what you want to do, who you want to become, where do you want to go. For example, after I switched my career from being in cytogenetics, I was doing really well, was like, pretty much advanced in that career. And switching to doing this full time, being a coach and a healer full time, my self-image had to be adjusted. I could not run my thoughts, my life from the image of, oh, I am really good at my job or being a cytogenetic technologist. No, I needed to learn how to be really good at being a coach. And I needed to learn how to start seeing myself that I'm really good at that. So first you write down, what do you want to do? So I'm just going to pick like an example. So the example would be that maybe you want to lose weight and you have never had a healthy body. Maybe you have you always struggle with how your body is. Maybe you have diseases. Maybe you have lots of extra weight because of hormonal issues and whatnot, diabetes, whatever. So your body's not in your control. Your body's running the show and you're afraid. So the direction you want to go, I have a healthy body. That is the goal. That is the direction you want to go. So you need to start seeing yourself as a healthy body. You cannot see yourself as a heavyweight person or all the things that go with that image. I don't eat right. I don't take care of myself. I don't prioritize my exercise. You can't have any of that. So the second part to creating a image for yourself when you're switching your direction of your life or whatever area of your life you want to be successful, you're going to write down all the things that come to your mind when you think of going in that direction. So it would be like, oh, I'm too lazy to work out. I'm never gonna do that. And then next might come like, I don't even like to cook for myself. I just love to take out. The next could be like, I have never taken care of myself. Or maybe your parents told you, you always been a chubby one. Write down all those. And one by one, ask yourself, is it true? Is it true that you are not capable of working out every day? You don't do it, that's a choice because someone told you you cannot. But is it really true that you cannot show up for yourself? That you cannot consciously think about yourself? Is that really true? And if you get like, yeah, it's true, ask it at least 3 times, go deeper. And you will see that it's not true. All the lies that you've been telling to yourself about yourself, none of that is true. It's just things we've been living with because they have felt comfortable, they have felt safe because they came from our parents. And if you want to change the direction of your life, if you really want to live as your true self, unfortunately or fortunately, we have to learn to separate ourselves from our parents, from our siblings, from our society, from the culture, or whatever you have adopted. And sometimes even the way religion is taught too. We have to learn to separate ourselves from all of that and really ask, what is the truth here? And as you will see, that all those things that come up in your mind, how you see yourself, they are lies. So then ask yourself, what is the truth? The truth would be that you can do whatever you want to do. If you decide to do it, you have the ability to do it. You just have not made the decision. That's why you're not doing it. So if you want to create that kind of body, you can take the actions to make that happen. You just haven't done it yet, but you have the ability to do it. You're still alive. You have the ability to take those actions. And then you ask yourself that, what are those actions? Like, what are those different actions? You can write it all down right there. Okay, if I have never eaten healthy, I need to eat healthy. And then started seeing yourself as a person who does eat healthy. Started seeing yourself as a person who does work out every single day, if needed. Start seeing yourself as a person who is prioritizing herself. Start seeing yourself as a person who is going to be mindful the way they treat their body. But the last part, the third step is going to piece it all together. As soon as you start to see yourself, oh yeah, I can work out, this little voice is going to say, oh, but you have never committed to it. So the third step is start seeing yourself how God sees you. Now, a lot of the people that I talk to, there is a problem with their relationship with God because the way they have been hurt in life, they feel angry or sometimes resentful towards God because they think God has done this to me. Because religion has taught them that when you are struggling, God is punishing you. God is not happy with you. Other people have told them if you're going through problem, God is not happy with you. When I was going through my troubles, very close relationships to me, they told me, you need to just, ask God for forgiveness. And I was just like, what did I do? What did I do that I need to ask forgiveness for? So sometimes we do get brainwashed lies that are not truth about God. And if you want to have that conversation, okay, Alia, what is the truth about God? I am not clear about it. Please reach out to me. I don't think so there's a session I can do to really discuss that, or maybe in the future I can, but please feel free to reach out to me and we can have that conversation and I can help you how to connect with God in a way that is not just beneficial on a physical level, but also a spiritual level, and where you can truly feel and receive his love for you. And you enjoy that inner peace and happiness. So getting into a tangent, coming back to it, start seeing yourself how God sees you. God sees you with perfection. He's perfect. He created you in that perfection. And when I say perfection, it does not mean your house is going to be perfectly clean. You're never going to make a mistake. Perfection in this context mean you can do anything. You are capable of doing anything at all. God is seeing you like that right now. You're maybe crawling in your life, struggling through life, and you're like, oh my God, this is so hard. Because you're seeing yourself as a person who cannot do anything right. So while God is looking at you with all that love he has for you, and he is already seeing you as a success because he created you as success. So can for 1 minute, you can close your eyes, step back from your life and just try to imagine how God sees me with the love and the beauty and the perfection that he sees you with. Can you see yourself with that? If not, then practice it every day. But if you can see yourself from that level of love and compassion for yourself, then wherever you're planning to go in your life, whatever direction you're going, you can achieve it. You can see yourself as a person who takes care of their health, who takes care of their body, who prioritize their body. You can see yourself as that, but you would have to be present in every moment to be able to see the lies. The lies are, oh, you're not going to be able to do it because mom said it when you were 5, you cannot do it. And I think she still thinks you cannot do it. No, there's no room to believe that anymore. The only thing that you're going to focus on, how God sees me. Does he see me as a person who's lazy, or does he see me as a person who have the ability to do anything? And the more you focus on how God sees me, the more you step into, you start seeing yourself that way. And if you can just grasp this and nothing else that we talked about, if you only grasp, I'm just going to start seeing myself how God sees me, your self-image is going to go so high, so high, that you're going to feel you can conquer anything. You can stick with any schedule. You can master your thoughts. You can master your emotions. Because you are tapped into that power that created you, that knows you better than you know yourself. And that is the truth about you. So it's your choice now if you want to follow all the lies that you have accumulated, absorbed, and are sitting in your unconscious mind throughout your time on this planet. That is a choice, and you can stay stuck and limited and wherever you are in your life, or you can make a choice right now that you're going to start seeing yourself how God sees you. No matter how hard it feels, but you're going to keep working at it. You know what? These are all the lies. Let me see myself how God sees me. And then from that energy, you can start seeing yourself as as a very healthy person, as a wealthy person, as a highly educated person, if that's what you want to do, as a perfect mom, a kind, compassionate mom to your kids. Right now, you might be feeling like you're a loser mom because everybody else is so organized and you're not. From that place, you can create yourself to become whoever you want because humans are programmable. You can create your image to become a rock star, and you know, the one, the kind of rock star that has won all kind of medals and prizes and whatnot. If you start seeing yourself like that, you can create that. You can create yourself to be the top chef if that's what you want to create. You can create yourself to be the highest and the best in the industry that you're in. Or you can create yourself to be the most humorous person, the best storyteller, the best writer, author. It's all a matter of how you're seeing yourself and how you see yourself, who's where it's coming from, where that image is coming from. Right now, if you are not where you feel like you should be in your life, most likely you're seeing yourself from the eyes of the people who raised you or the society that you live in with. But when you start seeing yourself from the force that created you, gave you life, that is when you can see yourself in any light and you can actually become that person. Because then you're extracting that from within you. We all are complete. We are whole. I have all the good within me. I have all the bad within me. I have the capability to become a serial killer. I have the capability to become the highest philanthropist who's saving countries, worlds, and whatnot. I have all that within me. When I start seeing myself as any of that, I extract that out of me. So wherever you are going in your life, decide what that direction is. Write down all the lies that come up in your mind when you think about that direction, and then ask yourself, what is the truth in this? Write down the truth next to it, and then start seeing yourself how God sees you, not how mom sees you, not how dad sees you, not how your kids or your husband sees you or your friend sees you. We love all those relationships, but all those relationships come with their own filter and their own lies. But when you connect with God and you start seeing yourself how God sees you, He's the only one who knows your unlimited potential. So that is all for today, my friends. It was a short, sweet topic to create a self-image for success. If this is the kind of work you want to do and you want to go really deeper into redefining your self-image, reach out to me. You can find me anywhere, Alia the Love Coach. And I would love to take you on that journey to discovering your true self. I'm sending you a lot of love. I will see you next Thursday. Bye.